Hey guys, welcome back to the studio apartment. Today we are going to do a Resincrete. Now that is an eco resin. This happens to be by Jdiction. It's the one that I have had on hand. This is a brand new bag, and it's you get 1,000 grams. It's a 10-to-3 water base plus water by weight. I don't know any of us who actually weigh it or go by the ratios that they're saying, simply because it's very forgiving and you can mix it to the consistency that you need. For example, if you have a thin pour like this mold right here, you're going to want that to be more liquid so that it gets down in there. Or maybe another thing you could do if you're pouring like a jar mold or something and it's open in the center, you can use a thicker mold for that, or not thicker mold, thicker base. So just go by feel. Once you do it, you'll understand, like pancake batter. Let's get pancake batter. Now, I did get some powder on here, so I'm gonna wipe that up real quick. There we go. Dry it. Okay. So, I have water right here. You can always add more water, more powder. You just need to make it the consistency for the mold you're using. Like I said, it's really forgiving, so at the most it may take, if you make it a little more watery, it might take a little longer to set up. But this is a, let's see, it's a 20 to 30 minute demold. And trying to see what your work time is on here. 30-minute demold. 8-minute work time. There you go. So not a long work time, but definitely longer than the polyurethane that we've been using. Just make sure that you get all the powder lumps out of it. And we're just gonna pour some trays today. If I can get trays poured, then I can get these bigger molds off my table. And that will be done for I'll have enough for the craft convention, or at least what I think is enough. That's a little liquidy, so we'll just add some more powder to it. It's super easy to use. There's several kinds. Let's Resin has one called Magic Pour. I know that Claire over in the UK and a couple others use Jesmonite, which is kind of like this. There's people that use Mixed-A-Mold, which is kind of like that. They classify that more as a ceramic finish than this, but it's the same type of thing. You're going to mix it with water. It's an eco resin. So if you are working with resin and you figure out that you're allergic to it, you can always do this stuff because it's just a powder water. So if you're looking for an alternative, this may be your alternative. It's kind of in the middle. You know, we go through them. UV resin cures when you cure it with the light. Polyurethane is a 2-minute work time, 10-minute demold. That's what we've been doing. This stuff, eco resin, it's usually a 10-3, but or as you feel, you know. And then you have your 1-to-1s, your tabletops, and your deep pours. Those are the basics. I'm going to make this one a little bit thinner because this is a pretty narrow pour over here. Scrape your sides and your bottoms. This does dry white. So I am going to grab another cup because I'm going to split this. Because what I'm going to do is marble it. So you can really use all kinds of colorings with this. I have the Jdiction Resincrete pigments, and that's the one that I usually use. Ooh, that squirted. Okay, where did I drop it? Okay, there it is. Thank you. Dropped the bottle. Luckily it didn't leak. Okay, so I'm gonna mix this green in here. Put a little bit of powder in here, thicken this one up just a little. And then I'm going to pour both of these at the same time into the tray over here, the big tray. Okay, so I'm going to grab these two and just pour. Oops. Over the edge, Laura. Now make sure you get that down in the sides there. Go along the sides and try and get any air bubbles. They're down and they're out. You can see the sides of this are not filling up a lot, so we're gonna tap it and try and get it down in there. Now my table's low, but I should have taken my heat mat out from underneath this. My heat mat is getting warped from using it. They do. They do get warped, but I have what may be a solution, and I'm not using it today because this is a 20 to 30 minute demold time, but I bought something that might be a solution to these thin heat mats that warp. So, but I'll let you know if it works. Just want to make sure you get it all down in the sides. That's why I left this one a little bit thinner, because this mold, it has a very narrow side on it. Try and get bubbles. You see some coming up here. You know, these you can put DTF stickers on, and the direct to film DTF. So all right, let's see. And you can make anything out of these. You can make keychains, you can make, pendants. You do need to, seal it, which you can put a varnish or a wax or if you have the dragonfly glazes, those are also good for sealing. Now, let's get rid of this green here. That filled up that tray, so. And now you can just wipe your cups out. So, there we go. We're gonna mix another color. So, my neighbor moved out and they still haven't come over here to start fixing that apartment or anything, which is kind of good for me because that just means longer I don't have to deal with a roommate, or not a roommate, but kind of like a housemate. We do have a wall that attaches us, so I'm just hoping it's somebody quiet. This is the noisiest thing I do. I don't own a TV. If I want to watch something, I stream it on my Amazon Fire. My grandkids cannot believe I don't own a TV. They're appalled at the fact that I don't own a TV. They're also appalled at the fact that I don't own a microwave. They don't know how I survive. Put a little more powder in it, but I'm going to split it again, just like we did the first one. And we'll use another color. See, that's starting to set up. I can pick it up and it doesn't spill. Okay. Yeah. Stir this one up. Now let's put some coloring. We'll do a blue now. I just have those DTF stickers, and they have all different colors in them. So I'm just making up some colors that that I could use with those stickers. So with those DTF transfers. Okay. Next. Now this side I know is higher because this heat mat is warped, so I'm gonna put a popsicle stick under there. Jiggle it. Yeah, I'm playing with this mold because, well, my leveling table is level, doesn't mean your mold is. And especially sitting on this heat mat that's warped, so if you see it flow into a corner, Just get something underneath there, like this one, until it's leveled out. Now I'm gonna pour this round tray. I should run another roll of paper towels out of here. I have to go get one. I'm just wiping out this cup so that I can go again. Okay. Ready. Well, you know what? That's the end of this bag. So, I will make this up. I will fill that tray, and then I will find another mold over here to at least do part of. Be careful how much water I add since I have no more powder. So this was a brand new bag. So you see how far 1,000 grams is going to take you. Now, of course, if you're doing smaller pieces, yeah, you're going to get way more out of it, but it's pretty much going to take these 3 trays, and there might be a little bit left over. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to pour some more in here. And don't put this stuff down your drains. It will harden. Alright, so what color am I gonna do? I am going to do we have a black? Okay, we do have a black, so I'm going to do a black and a white. It's going to be more like gray, but try adding a little bit more and see if I can get it. That's the wrong one. Black, here we are. Okay. Ooh, may have overfilled this one. Okay. My youngest granddaughter got diagnosed with, last week she got diagnosed with COVID and the flu. This is the one that has been shutting down schools. If you guys kept up on the news, Ohio shut down their schools due to this. They didn't have enough staff or students because this flu is going around. I know it's been in the UK because I have people that I know that have been sick over there with the same stuff. So just be cautious. Stay well. Alright, so I do have a little bit left, and we are... This was polyurethane, part of one. I am going to see if this will work. It's an experiment. Ooh, no, 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 you come back out of there. You're like a rock. Let's see if Resincrete and polyurethane will stick to one another. Might as well try it. I don't have any polyurethane left. I'm out of that. This is the last of the Resincrete right here. Here's another one. Here's a dolphin. Oh. Just trying to get enough room here. I have just enough to finish this one. And like I said, don't rinse this out in your sink. It'll cure in your drains. You don't want that. So I use baby wipes and paper towels, get everything cleaned out. And there you go, guys. That was 1,000 grams of Resincrete right there. I'm going to put you on pause, get my mess cleaned up, and then I'll be back to show you what they're like in a while. Talk to you later. Bye. And we're back. I unmolded the dolphin just to make sure that the Resincrete was going to stick to the polyurethane, which it does, but I noticed he's an amputee of a fin. Apparently, my mold, this top fin, was pushed down in, and because it was upside down, I never noticed it. So, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to fix him, or if he's fixable, but Resincrete does stick to polyurethane, no problem. So, let's unmold the rest of these. This was the first one that I put in. So let's just take it out. I'm going to have take my deburring tool to it, but I am not going to do anything until this is fully set up. So, because the Resincrete will still have moisture in it. So, and these edges just break right off. They're just so thin that where I over poured. But then I'll take a file to it and, you know, get the rest of it all looking good. But you really do want to wait to put anything on it, even a sealer, until it's been sitting for at least 24 hours. That way you draw all the moisture out. If you are going to want to seal it right away for some reason, don't seal the bottom then. But here is this tray. And let's same thing, this is going to have some overpour on it, but just chip it off and then take a file to it once it's good and set up. Here we are. I'm just going to knock some of this stuff off of it. It's paper thin here. There we go. There you go. There's your blue and white. And of course we have our gray. Let me grab some of these pieces that I've pulled off. Get them over in the trash. And so again, last minute projects that you need done quickly, Resincrete. If you want to do some resin stuff, but you don't want to mess with the epoxy resin because you don't feel safe with it or you're allergic to it, then try Resincrete. I mean, they're nice products. There's your round one. Flip this mold back over. Because you see, in that short of time, I made 3 trays, finished off a dolphin who's got an amputee problem going on, and I poured the rest of this ring holder right here. Now, that did take 1,000 grams of Resincrete. So, I don't know if mixed mold is cheaper. I know that Easel Does It Studios, she uses lots of mixed mold. I don't know how many pieces she gets out of hers, but it is an alternative. I've never tried mixed mold. I've never tried the Let's Resin brand, which is Magic Pour. In the UK, they have something called Jesmonite, which is an eco pour. We don't have that and can't get it over here. I don't know what the deal is. The FDA hasn't approved it. I gotta get this thing back out before. There we go. There. Okay. So there we go. There's a little ring holder. The bottom half is Resincrete. The top half is polyurethane. So you've got a nice pink and a gray going on here. But there you go, guys. Those are our projects for today. They are going to sit here and cure for, the next 24 hours. And then, I can sand them. I can put the DTF direct-to-film stickers on there. Remember, those are the ones where you have a bottom and a top piece of plastic that needs to come off. I have Resincrete shards. Okay. So there you are. We did green and white, blue and white, gray and white. And then we did the amputee dolphin and the little ring holder. So I will talk to you guys in the next video. In the meantime, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for all the notifications so that we can have future engagement. And I will talk to you guys later.